behind the lens. Even though I'm speaking roles, the creator I am.
Manifest, elevate, you will be okay. I'ma focus on myself either way. Give you love, give you eyes, show you the way. I plant the seeds and watch them blossom. Our soul is power, solar power. We don't fold, we don't know no cowards. We expose those who hide our power. Self-conquer, watch the rest devour.
And we're back again. So we take our little small moments breaks. You know, we got to make sure we sharpen up, tapping up, drinks, hot lights, all that. So we talking about having the situations where we left off on.
Mhm.
And I know I want to get to these topics. My viewers probably like, we don't get to these topics, man. Y'all gonna get to. I'll throw this in the beginning so y'all see it. Speaking of situation and these gender wars again,
Mhm.
how do you feel? Rapid question, kind of. A man with no place, or a man with his place, but don't really know his place in the world?
Boys.
Who are you picking? If you had to choose.
If I had to choose, we can get you a place. I can, but why do I need to? If I'm coming internally healed, nurturing, all those things, those feminine things, with the balance of whatever I need to. If you don't know your place in the place, you can't lead me.
Leadership.
You can't lead me. It is on some real shit. Like, it's crucial. Your partner's crucial. Who you pick to fuck with, fuck anything. Kind of break, you're pregnant. You're not going to Roe Avenue, Planned Parenthood, kids. Then you know you're stuck with a situation. So who you share your body with is important. One wrong move, boom, you're burning. Yeah, you got shit you can't get rid of because you had that lust. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't know your place, in your place, you can't put me in my place.
You're talking spicy. All right.
You cannot leave.
Zena, I got shaking up my questions here.
Mm-hmm.
What does it look like though? Because me as a man, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm in my early 30s.
Okay.
And I still struggle to know what does that look like without a man being verbally abusive, physically abusive, or emotionally not attentive. So what does that look like when a woman says, I want a man to put me in my place? Because when I hear that, and the things I've seen from the older men, that always been a man doing it without a woman telling him, verbally putting her in her place and physically putting her in her place. Sometimes nowadays these kids, like Ike Turner type putting me in place. And now these kids these days, the babies born in 2000s and up, they put women in their place off guns. They put guns and put guns in their face. So let's clarify this. Each is on what it means, but when you say it, what does that mean?
Well, I was being a little kinky, but but you know, my thing is communication. You heard this before, but it's some real shit. Communication can rule a nation. Talk to me. If you don't understand something, communicate. Never, and this goes for anybody, but since I date men, I'm talking to the man. Communication is everything. How you communicate, the words that you choose to use, your tone when you use it, the eye contact when you talk to me. If I'm saying, babe, I'm hungry, go make me something to eat. I'm not looking at you, pointing, I'm like you're pestering me. That's not putting me in the, place. Like, babe, I'm hungry, can you make something? Give me a little eye contact, you know what I'm saying? Like, give me that, so it doesn't have to be aggressive or this. And I think the hyper-masculinity thing is kind of coming in the show with certain stuff like that. Because all these niggas using the fuck out this word submission. But what they forget to do, submission begins with the man to God. So you cannot be talking about submit this and that. You submit to God and you lead the way you would want to bring that to your home if that's what you believe in. If not, you still need to respectfully require submission.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the notation of the word starting to have because being misused so much. But that really looks like, okay, God gonna lead me and I'm gonna lead us. And if I cannot lead us or something, I might need help as a man. Like I might need some perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I might not have my dad around no more, a male figure around no more that I can just get it from. Hey, babe, what do you think about this? You even asking that is a turn on. Beyond a turn on. It's going to get you, fuck turn ons. It's going to get you more respect for me. Could you ask me, hey, babe, which do you think is best about this? I think this is something you might be good at. Okay. You know, and me feeling like you can lead and shit like that, that means I'm leading low key. But I'm let you can.
Look at okay.
I like how my man.
I like how you said this, but see that man, you say stuff that just more questions. When you say it like that, what do you say for the women that say, I hate when men are always asking me what I think and doing all that, man? You supposed to be a leader, figure it out and all that. What's your advice to them or what's your view towards women like that? It
depends on what we talking about. Like, if you know I like seafood.
I'll put it in perspective. A man asking his woman for a business idea. A man asking his woman what you want to eat today instead of just going to figure it out. A man asking when you want to take her out on a date instead of just figuring it out. Like, he puts thought into it, but to this woman, not enough thought. Like, you always asking me, when are you going to think for yourself?
I had a situation like that, but it was, and people don't think this is going to shock people. Not people that know, but they know. I'm old school as fuck. Like, I'm very old school, but at the same time, and that's why I say, like, when I'm on social media or even in real life, and I'm talking about niggas do this and that, like, I mean, niggas, man, I love me a man. I love me a man. Y'all can do me. I love me a man. Like, I love a man's man. I love a man that got good work ethic and stuff like that. But I was in a situation where I'm like, I'm taking too much of a leadership role. And it's not a full thing. But are you paying attention to me? Are you picking up on cues? One of the first things I ask people, and I don't give a fuck if I'm serious about you or not. I'm inquisitive. One of the first things I ask a few questions. Have you ever been with another man? Eventually I ask, do you get your ass ate? Because I want to see freaky you might be. Where does that take you? And I say, what's your favorite food? What you like to eat? I don't really like a man with a picky diet, but I have had a man like switch up and like, hey, I'm gonna go vegan type shit. So I would like to ask that from the beginning. So if all you gotta do is ask question back.
But them three things though that you decided to say as of this moment, what would them three things tell you about that man?
Oh, well, the full thing, if it's a future there, I'm gonna know what you like to eat. And if you ask me back, what about I like to eat this? What about you? Oh, I like chicken. I like this and I like this and this and I like seafood. If you really fuck with me and you want to intake me and you are dating me intentionally, you're going to remember that. So when it's time for a date, hey, you can even recite it back to me. Remember you said you like seafood. I know this little spot. You want to go to it? Stuff like that. I'm always paying attention to little details like that. Like if like, let's reverse the roles for a second. Okay. If I'm a guy and I'm talking to a woman and she says something like, oh yeah, I got this old school I'm working on. Hey, what you doing? I'm working on this old school Cadillac and this and that. Oh, so you like cars and shit like that? All right, and this one I want to fuck with. I'm looking for a little car show. Hey, we was talking about that car. I got a little car show. You want to come with? I want you to come with me. And then me said, I want you to come with me. Because women like to be like, do you want me to come or are you just telling me? Like, no. Yeah, me telling you I want you to come with me. You show me that you are desiring me to be around you. And you show me that you can regurgitate the conversation that I had probably a minute ago. Okay. And I do like to ask those kind of things while I'm texting, not really on the phone or in person. So I remember like, what he said he liked to do. He said he don't eat this.
Smart.
He don't
Take notes.
Oh, big P, baby, big P, dead ass. But I always that's like it's icebreaker questions, but you just never know. Sometimes where you might, especially dating intentionally, you never know where you might end up with that person. So you always want to say, "Oh, what you like? Oh, okay." Or even going out. If y'all do go out, just look at what the nigga got on. You see him all the time. Is he in Nike? He in Jordan? Like you see him all the time. What he like? His watches and stuff. You see like rings. Every time you see him or her, she wearing this kind of lace front, this kind of, just pay a little attention to that. She like her nails this color. Hey, babe, you know, I seen you a couple weeks ago. I know it's probably time for your fill. You want me to nails on me, baby? You know, stuff like that. If you date intention, you pay attention to those details. People make shit way more complicated than it is.
If you dated intentional, you pay attention to them details.
For real though. So people make shit way more complicated than it is. Little icebreaker questions tell you a lot. I could be playing crazy, and I have played crazy. A nigga with a crazy shoe game. Oh, I like them shoes. What's that? No, this better than my man. Sorry, I knew I was moving. Oh, these. This back in the day, y'all. These crazy eights. Adidas. Da da da. I'm like, okay. Let me look at the price. Let me see what budget this nigga be talking about. Like, look at some shit up, you know. Boom. I know what shoes you like. I know what you like. You over a nigga house, y'all be trying to go through nigga shit. Like, if that's what you really fucking with, like, look at his shit. Look at what shoes he like. Look at stuff like that. That's gonna, like, when y'all get together, like, that's gonna save all that shit. But it's really telling who pays attention to their partner or who they courting. And a man don't ask you if you're single at the beginning, it's very telling. If a nigga really want to fuck with you, he gonna ask you if you're single. You seen anybody? He gonna ask stuff like that. Men who kind of want to play around a little bit, they might not ask you. Pay attention if he asking you questions. If you are you interviewing this nigga or he asking you shit back? Are y'all playing ping pong or you just what you doing? What you doing? You cute. You so fine. Ugh, no, like if he's not talking, if you are looking for a relationship or something a little more serious or even the situation shit, pay attention to that kind of shit. And then if he is doing that, pay attention to what he like and pay attention to what she like. That will really like cut out all that. He can't leave me, this and that. Just paying attention. Like that's who you fuck with, pay attention. And if you don't, scroll back up in the messages. I asked her what she like to eat or what you eating. You know, somebody say nothing eating, what you eating? I mean, like Joy Walk or something like that. Okay, so nigga.
Okay, I like how you said that. Pay attention. You gave us the gems and all that.
Like bars.
That big, like that'll go far.
Look at my niggas trying to figure out my formula.
Hell yeah, I'm just know that there's some videos. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel, King of Life. Last question before I transition off of a relationship and get to the other three pillars. When it comes to back to, because I'm still on that a little bit. When it comes to that 50-50, 70-30, the only reason I want to just spend just a little bit more time here is because it's the mindset of some men that think they pimps. They want to get a woman to pay them everything.
Don't they?
And you don't even got a lifestyle to show that you can take care of yourself. So it's like if you got mama issues or something. But then you have women that want men to live up to the big, the tall, the body type, and all this. But your maturity level and your traumas don't even
align. Yeah, hello. Come on,
what type of advice? What's your viewpoint on that type of woman and that type of man?
Honestly, I'm glad you brought that up because that's low key like a pet peeve of mine. Nickels do not need to be trying to look for dimes, and it's okay to be a nickel if you're working on getting up there. And it was age appropriate, but when I was 17. I was in the trap, like I said, I was learning how to drive, like wreck my first car type shit, like just learning, teaching myself everything, literally taught myself everything. And you know, in the books where they be like, I met Jay. Oh, I said your name. I'ma still use it. That's my dog. I met Jay. Keep this in here. That's my dog. I met little man getting off the bus. He was fine. You know the little books back in the day. I had a situation like that. I had my first drug dealer. I don't nothing against him. I had fun with him. Now, I'm not dating him now. I don't date drug dealers now because I need my dick free. I need my dick anytime. I need my money free. Like, I can't even like on a date. So, I'm my first drug dealer. I say that to say he was making fast money, and like I said, I'm 17. I'm cleaning houses. Like, yeah, I'm making money, great money for a 17-year. Like, I'm coming to school like bricks in the socks, like breaded up, like them kids eating school lunch, and I'm buying shit like, you know, my little prison tattoos. I call them their little basement tattoos. So I'm like, good. But I had my little bust down in, you know, and I met him, and he was driving a gold Trans Am and stuff like that, very nice looking. I'm like, you might be too old for me. Like 21. I was getting ready to turn 18. I was we could be cordial and stuff like that. But I say that to say, like, the nigga, when I got to speaking with him, like, he of course from the hood, sell drugs, but he was in school getting his associate's degree. He ended up getting his bachelor's degree and all types of shit. So I'm like, oh, what they say now, I'm not surprised. Like, yeah, I'm fly, I'm good for my age, but I'm like, oh, this nigga eat me up low key. But mind you, like, at this time, I'm living in a family house, so I am paying the bills. Like, our family owned their house, so I am paying the bills in there. And quite frankly, I was selling drugs at the time and doing hair. So I'm like, he still eat me up though because he just gotta
have some Dutchess.
Yeah, like he. Oh, no, they gotta eat me up. He was doing that too, you know what I'm saying? But I realized, like, that nigga making more bread than me, which is fine. But what am I really exchanging the offering?
Reciprocity.
So you know what I had to do, but I was real with myself. I'm like, bitch, like, yeah, you hustling, but this nigga is like bricked up. It's before the economy went bad, so he's like bricked up. So I'm like, you know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to push what I know I got. Push it to the forefront. I know I got personality. I know I'm solid. I know I'm loyal. I look good, so you have a no dusty bitch. Like, I know, like, I know how to get in that kitchen. I know how to fuck, quite frankly. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to push what I pushed to where it's at. So when I turned 18, got a little more serious with him and stuff like that. And that to this day, that's still my dog. That's still my dog. But I say that to say, I'm not coming here with a mindset like, I'm that bitch, so that I'm this and this and I'm that. I'm not about to be in denial, like, what he gotta do for me, I'm this, that. And I'm not like, I'm still getting there. Like I said, it was age appropriate, but I know in my mind, like, I was still trying to get to where I was trying to get. So as soon as I turned 18, not for no nigga, just in general, just for me. As soon as I turned 18, I moved downtown, got my life, bought a car for my homeboy and shit like that I did not wreck by that time. I like drive for reals. I was good. But I knew in that situation, I'm gonna have to push what I had. And I say that to say, like, let's say you fucking with a woman, and not, like I said, not everything's about money, but let's say she ain't got to make more, she just has money. Let's say she has a place and you don't. Even if it could be a situation, let's say man, he ain't got it, bro. Let's say he just moved up here and started a shop. He's relocating. But is she, like, talking bad to you? You bum ass nigga, you gonna do that. And because you in my house, because you just moved up here, I'm gonna disrespect you.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, that happens a lot. You know, shit like that. Or she's saying, like, this nigga, his career field is gonna end up making more than me. But right now, he just moved up here. So I'm gonna just, you know, be respectful and expect respect and just go from there. But I'm not seeing that a lot. So people need to be a little bit more realistic with where they at. Like, if you know you ain't got it, even if it's a mental maturity thing or one thing I really find communication. I'm a master communicator. And I know I go off on people and people are like, you because people out. But if y'all really pay attention, I might laugh it off that first time or really try to have a conversation with you. After you keep fucking with me or you try to fuck with me or think you fucking with me, that's when I'm like, all right, fuck you. Like, bitch ass nigga, bitch, hoe, whoever, I'm talking, what's up, what we doing? But I'm always going to try to, because I'm a Mac, and that's a raw communication. I'm always going to communicate first. But the thing is, if you can say, hey, I'm not good at communicating, I'm working on my anger issues, I'm going to be forthcoming to that. Right. If you're not willing to learn your communication, that's what I look for. And that's when you need to say, okay, I might not be as hot topic as I thought I was.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not to humble you or like to break you down or nothing like that. But what I pay attention to, like if a man comes, like you said, because you like a man with no place or a man who got a place but don't know his place.
Yeah.
We can get you a place, but I need to see what you're doing. Are you trying to get a place? Are you trying to work up there? You know, like, did you have something, you lost it, some shit happened? Because life does happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and people don't like to admit that, like, life does happen. That's why I referenced maintenance early. Because you can get something and not keep it, not know how to maintain it, make the wrong moves and shit. And I say that because when I was younger, like I said, I've been out here on my own for a long time. Like, I haven't lived with the parents since 7th, 8th grade. No, 7th, 8th grade.
Okay.
I was out. I put myself through school. I put myself through college. I put myself through high school. I paid for my own prom. I did my hair on prom, my nails, everything. Like
toasted it.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody can't do that.
That's the like. I taught myself how to drive, do hair, cook, anything I know how to do. Anything that I do well, I tell people all the time, it came from a dark place. But I'm not staying there. So, like, I'm not staying there. So, all you gotta do here, you gotta do this. Bitch, you have to do my own fucking hair for, like, ever. So, all you gotta do, this and that. You gotta do makeup. Because I had to do my own shit for prom. I do my own shit for those special occasions. Graduation dues, I have to pay for the shit myself. Like, stuff like that. Because sticky situations did happen. I had to learn myself, and sometimes I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Google, like, how do you do this? How do you pay taxes? Like, what's this mean? You know, looking shit up like that. So I understand, like, shit can happen at any time. And I know what they look like. I know what they feel like. So I want to see where you at. Where are you at with your communication? Are you working on being a good communicator? Or you just want to stay toxic and stay in your ways? And then I meet a man, I know his communication ain't as good as mine. But at the same time, I know I have a background in certain stuff as well. And it really has helped me kind of express and articulate my stuff, especially me just wanting to remain myself through certain shit. Because I'm not going to get around you. And I got to talk like this. And no, like, you going to get what's up. Like, you going to see what's up. You going to see it every time. But I want to know, are you working on communication? Are you working on that anger issue? Are you working? What are you really working towards? And are you willing to learn from somebody that might know more than you in that case? And then that's what can kind of compensate where you was lacking at. You know what I'm saying?
That.
Like me messing with that drug dealer at that time, I'm like, this nigga hustler. I want my money up too. Like, you know what I'm saying? He never said nothing about it because he don't give a fuck. But in my mind, I'm like, he getting to it. I want to get to it some more. Like, I know I'm getting to it, especially for 17-year-olds getting to it. I want to get to it some more. Like, so I want to get to it. I want to go trans in too.
I admire you for that, though. It's like, you took it as an inspiration and motivation, and you still knew your place in a way of how to approach it. Not know your place is like, I know my place, I'm talking my will.
Yeah, like, I knew what it was. Like, I'm like, oh, he got that. Let me get that.
Yeah, a lot of women don't know that though. Like,
yes,
they look at me like, no, I'm bad. I'm the fucking trophy
bad. Yeah,
girl, like the Beyonce Who Won the World. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like me. I study history a lot. I didn't grow up on history, so when I study history of Black families and households, women didn't have a problem of knowing, not I can say knowing it wrong, but taking ownership of the role. Of nurturing the kids and take care of the household. Yeah,
well, they say you make the family, I nurture it. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, wasn't wrong with that. And I'm not saying that to say that is y'all complete role. Yeah. Hell no. Yeah. What I'm saying is we have to be real how you were real about that situation, the situation we are in today. And the situation we're in today is white women wanted to start a movement because white men were the breadwinners and said, we want women's rights, we want to work too. Black women, and before Black people actually worked, when the men started working first and the white women started that, we want to work too. But that wasn't our
feminism came in.
Hello.
The original feminism.
Yeah.
That's why y'all always say Black femininity is different from regular feminism. It's a whole different movement. An entire different movement.
If people don't know about that, we're going to talk on gender wars and feminism.
We're going to talk, like, that's two different things. I know people like, I want to do this too. But Black feminism and feminism, two different derivations, like two different things.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a deep dive.
Yeah. And then being black, I feel like a lot of women, they look at statistics and not the marketplace. So women like, man, this I forgot how they use it, but basically how men are, I think it's a P word they use. That's when it comes to being in the workplace, how they make the most money and they this, they that, and women don't get that much money as men.
You are talking about the patriarchy.
That's a P word, patriarchy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I hear what I'm saying that. I'm not saying it's not a real thing, but how you said when people look at Facebook gender wars with the real world, I see a lot of women in our world talking about men ain't making money and don't got a place or don't got a car. So what patriarchy are you looking at and talking about? You know, what are we talking about here?
But they don't realize that those things are really the white man. It's not.
We don't talk about it. Let's highlight who.
And when we realize that black men, black women, that we are looking at white statistics, then we realize we need to link up and stop trying to be socially divisive or do all this little ish shit on these phones. Mm-hmm. Because when we are seeing stuff that say men are making this much money, baby, put white men. Mm-hmm. Put white men. Don't ever get me wrong. The most disrespected Malcolm X book. Human on earth is definitely not woman. Most unappreciated. But the thing is, when we look at these statistics, we're a small white men. So when it's like, oh, these men are making this money, I mean, they're not talking about Tyrone, like they're talking about Albert, whatever. Albert. That ass though, they're talking about white men. So when we, I know it's like a far shot to think this is gonna happen overnight, but at least in our circle and our people around us and whoever watching this, like when y'all see shit like that, it's not the black man, it's the white man. The white man is making that. And we are starting to reflect that shit in the home. Like, y'all see out here making this and that. Yeah, the white man's making that at work, but he might not be making that. Mm-hmm. You know, and then when it's a situation like that, oh, there must be affirmative action. So we can't even give credit when a motherfucker earns some of these things. Yes. And then sometimes you do question, when you get in certain positions, you like, is it affirmative action? Did y'all do this because y'all need this one token black person in there? You know, like you do kind of think of stuff like that when you get certain promotions or work in certain fields. You like, did I get this because of my work, or did I get this because y'all need to say, well, hey, look at us, we diverse.
Yeah,
I look good in the office picture or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. But you know, at the same time, like I said, everything is about being honest with yourself, and you don't have to beat yourself up. Like if you, like I said, because it don't always got to be money. It could be like communication. It could be relationship experience. One thing, like I said, my relationship's been very serious. So I got a lot of relationship experience versus a lot of people who communicate with me and try to date me. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, are you willing to learn? Are you willing to be open-minded? Are you willing to look at stuff a little bit more intentional if that's what you're trying to do? But I feel like communication has been bad. Like I've been running into some bad.
I'm gonna take a drink on this.
Like that, and it's not meaning like you texting me all day, because I don't like to be text or calling all day. That's not my vibe. But little shit like, hey, I'm doing this, or hey, I assume that you. I would never not be a P. For the camera, I would never not be a P. But people gotta realize being P is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. So when people, oh, you always my P shit, you always trying to say some player shit, you always trying to do that. But I'm not paying them. Because I'm gonna tell you what it is. If you ask me, if you catch me at a time and I'm dating 5 niggas, I'm gonna tell you, hey, I'm dating 5 niggas. Are you fucking any? Most likely not. Maybe 1. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, if you text me, ask me what I'm doing, I'm on a date. I'm on a date. What you doing?
I commend you for that.
And I'm putting this phone down. Because either you're gonna fuck with me or you're not. And I would like it's niggas that have babies on the way and shit like that. Let me know. Let me make my decision. Because, you know, I like me a Planned Parenthood. I might have had a baby or 2 on the way. You know?
Get into it.
I might have had me a baby or 2. But communicate. Like, let me know what's up. And then let me decide. And I feel like I get people that say, Asha, like, I'm going to let you know what's up. And I'm going to let you decide. You know? But that doesn't mean I'm going to be unfaithful, disloyal. Because loyalty, and that's not even with a nigga, just with anybody. Loyalty is first. Like, when everybody knows your character, the moment somebody tell lie on you, it's debunked. Mm-hmm. Like if you know you've been solid to everybody around you, and I go say, "Oh, he snaked me," they're gonna be looking at me like, "No, you didn't. No, you didn't." So what's really T? Because your character stay consistent. You can grow as a person, but your character needs to stay. Your morals, if they good, your integrity needs to stay consistent with everybody you meet.
Hallelujah.
Period.
Hallelujah. All right, so before we get to the rapid questions of the last three, time, money, and goals. I've been hearing a lot of I words you've been saying.
Oh, I'm selfish.
No, ain't no wrong with that though. My heart is
that's right.
kind of highlighting to me that nothing's wrong with that. I heard it before, but
Yes,
how my heart is moved, like ain't nothing wrong with being so. I think more people.
Nothing.
I think people. I'm gonna talk to Cameron. I think more people in the world need to learn to be selfish so they can start becoming more selfless. Because when you don't know how to be selfish, you end up being a people pleaser and you lose yourself and you never find yourself. Yep. And then when you take that time to try to find yourself, it's only finding yourself through a way of still pleasing others and trying to fit in. So learn how to be selfish so you then can become selfless. And as we come back to this, we segue into our next three topics, which is time, money, and goals. Unfortunately, though, I'm not going to do y'all like that because I think I kind of said that earlier in the podcast. But before we get there, I heard a lot of as I was saying in your conversation. One of them was being intentional, very important. A lot of people don't know how, or when they do, they still have some like hidden agendas of selfishness about them in a negative way. Then you use the word icebreakers. I never heard the word icebreakers in a conversation unless it was sales. Like you had to come up with an icebreaker just to form the relationship, build the rapport, and all that. But intentional and icebreakers brought me to the question of, speaking of everything we're talking about, are you single?
Are you?
But that's what we want to know. With intentional and icebreakers, well, let's get to it. Miss Intentional and icebreakers, are you single? Y'all take a drink and pause on that.
Hold on. Well, it depends on who's watching.
Tell you a statement. Depends on who's watching it.
No, for real. I am single. I'm single.
Now, is that intentional?
Yeah, it is actually. You know, this is gonna sound so bad.
No, it's not.
But it's so real. I want a situationship right now.
Okay.
But I want a situationship with somebody that I can really fuck with eventually.
Okay.
You know,
I like that.
I'm still a schoolgirl, so at this point, can you hold it down real quick? Can you fuck around real quick? Like nothing too, like don't cuss me out over certain shit. Like let me breathe a little bit. But when I feel like we're ready to lock in, we might can do that. But I don't know, I don't know, y'all. I just want a little fun. I just want a little fun. And it's like, girl, be serious. But I'm like, I just want a little fun.
See, but that little fun, we've been talking about this word fun.
Yeah.
But you are the fun. I like how you clarify that. You're the fun. That, I don't know why that just sounds like music to my ears. That sounds so different.
Like
that sounds so different.
Yeah.
A little too. All right. But that fun, that's a perfect segue into what I say, time. So what you want is situationship, what you want fun, but you're on a time clock. A lot of us say, my time important. You say that, or you wait till somebody pass a close person in your family, like, damn, man, life's short. But that only lasts probably like 2-3 months, and then you back unaware of how important time is. So time. What lessons have you learned around time, and how do you look at it today?
And I feel like I really stand on business, like with that, like for real. People who are not on my good side, they know how to play about that. Like, what we doing? What we doing? What kind of energy are we exchanging? Like, what's up with it? If it's not beneficial for me or you, spiritually, mentally, sometimes financially, like let's not do it. If your energy is reverting me back to a bad place, or vice versa, you gotta cut me off a piece, I'm cutting you off a piece. Which rarely happens, but let's do that. But Tom, I would definitely have to. I know you said like when somebody passed and people are like, oh, Tom, and they only got that mindset for a couple months. That is fact. But I felt like I took a lot of L's early, and it kind of caught me off guard. Because I'm like, oh wait, people is dying. Like people's dying. I'm like, okay, this is some shit. Like me as a little girl, I just remember like, damn, like this is some real shit. And having those L's early, and I remember having conversations with myself like, it's something I'm just going to say for a couple months. I'm gonna really value my time with people and value little stuff like that. So that really made me start valuing time more. Just after jump, just taking those L's early, like losing people early and shit. And then especially like even when we fast forward up to when I was 7, this is me like when I was like 8 years old, just taking these L's. But me fast forward to even like when I was 17, and my best friend at the time, who I had kind of referenced early when I was doing here, had the trap niggas in there. I did end up losing him to gang violence. That was my dog. Like,
My condolences.
yeah, thank you. So, and that was my first best friend. Like, that's my dog. Like, so that had happened where I told you earlier as well. I had moved to the lockdown town as soon as I could turn 18. So while I was living there, he had ended up getting killed. And I'm like, at that time, I'm like, damn, I wonder if that would have happened if I was still there, like if I still stayed on the block or whatever, if I was still in that area, like he wouldn't have been sitting in no car just thinking he could chill and just mind his business and stuff like that. If I was there, I feel like some things would have happened. At that time, I felt like that. Now I'm like, certain shit is inevitable, but that really made me appreciate time. And then when I'm trying to go back in, when he did pass, and I'm like, okay, let me come back to the block and see like what the fuck, what's going on. Another homeboy is in jail, or another one is end up strung out on like crack or something. Very handsome he was too, strung out on crack. And I'm like, damn, like she just happened to look in my eye. Like it's been less than a year. She just happened to look in the eye. So that mindset came from when I was 8, but as I got older, I'm like, this is something. The more people you know, the more. And that's the scariest thing about being social now.
Speak on it.
Like that's the scariest thing about being social now. You lose people. People get lost. Families lose people. Shit like that. I remember when I was kind of antisocial, but I had my little small circle. I'm like, okay, we good. Like stuff is happening outside. When you start building relationships with people, and you start seeing them all the time, and then you don't see them again, and you never will see them again. Like shit starts when that's the part that people don't speak about.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to knowing a lot of people, or not even knowing, I guess having conversations, building rapport with a lot of people and stuff like that. You start to know people when shit goes down. Like you might see a news article, you like, yeah, let me see if this is somebody I know.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have to worry about those things. You know what I'm saying? And not saying like, oh, I'm so hard into the situation, but it didn't affect me directly until I started being a little bit more social. Even like with people passing away, you know, you just looking at your last messages and back to reference to time, like I didn't have time to answer that phone call. You know what I'm saying? Our death anniversary came up with one of my homeboys about a week ago. And I'm just like, it's kind of crazy how our last messages is me, hey, I'm working, like, I'm gonna call you back in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's all kinds of need to hear. And then like the next message, I'm like hearing about one of our homegirls that was with him that had got shot as well. And I'm like, what's going on with such and such? Is you good? And then I see the message get read. So I'm like, oh, he good. Like, okay. But he, you know, he get a minute. And I get another message. Somebody's calling me on Facebook. Well, I don't know. Hey, this is his family member. We got his phone. He died too.
Damn.
Yeah. So, you know, shit like that. Like I always value time, but it started kind of getting the details of time. Those little details, like I'm gonna call him back in a minute, you know, or I'm working right now, hold on, and then I forget to call you back. And that was literally like our last conversation. So it's been like, hey girl, when I get better, I want to go out with you. I want to do this and that. Like I had a friend who had cancer. She's done it for years. And when I looked at our last messages, hey girl, as soon as I get better, I want to go out with you. And I'm like, yeah, girl, let's do this and do that. And I think she wrote again, and I forgot to write her back. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing where I get flooded with what may appear like it's frivolous shit in my inbox, or my texts, or my calls. And then my phone is always on D&D too. That I'm like, I think I need this is a sign that I need to be more mindful of those little details and stuff like that.
Same.
Because and it's like just looking at, and this happened so many times, and I'm like, fuck, I'm starting to know a lot of people to where I'm starting to see like all this shit happening. It's kind of a little bit more direct effect, and then just even not even thinking about like, I'm gonna call him back in a minute, I'm gonna text him back in a minute, and then you don't have that minute sometimes. So I feel like my time thing really came from that. But I do know life is short. So I do appreciate the people who are around me, who are not around me, who support me and stuff like that. I'm always living along with that. Like, nobody's waiting on their flowers with me. I'm going to tell you what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody will ever wait on their flowers with me. I'm proud of you. That sounds good. I like that. I'm fucking with this. I'm going to hype this up right now. I don't, they passed away. This is my dog. Look, y'all. Look at, I listen to this. I stream this. I support. No, but you're gonna know right now. You're gonna know right now.
Quick pause while you said that. Thanks to her, I gotta take this moment to tell you, if you're watching this and you know me personally, even if you don't know me personally, and you're black, if you're not black, it doesn't matter. I admire you, I appreciate you, and I value you. And that is a lesson in the gym from Dutchess herself. Please continue.
Yeah, and that's kind of like where that comes in, man. Like I tell people all the time, like, even like with my homeboys, if I see that your hair can't right, hey friend, you know what? Go get your hair cut. Feel good, man. Feel better. Like my homegirls, or even like the little messages to people, hey, you made this post or you said this. Or I remember I was around you and I don't sometimes I don't even remember what I be saying to people. But they're like, you told me to go hard, and that stuck with me. I'm like, said that. It sounds like some shit I said. But I'm like, but you know, like little impactful shit, like you just never know. So I learned with time as well, and it doesn't always have to be that. It could just be anything. Like they might need that for motivation, even if they still hear like me just telling somebody go hard, like go hard. And then it stuck with me.
But it matters because not because of the words, but because of who it came from.
Oh, 15. I'm
That's real shit.
It might be on something. But I'm like, I can tell you, like, hey, Dutch, I look at you like a big sister. Da, 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 da. I'm like, okay, you said this to me, and remember you said, and it's just me just talking. I'm like, you are taking it, and I'm here for it. Like, I'm here for it. I really am. I like words. I love words. Words is my favorite thing. I've always been like a little linguistic type of girl, like literature language. I love words because I can do so much with words. You can do so much with words. Anybody. I can make you cry. I can make you happy. I can make you sad. I can make you think. The closest thing to God is words.
The beginning was a word.
You know who can control your emotions besides yourself is God. Control your path is God. I can say a few words to you. That's the closest that I can embody God. Not in an arrogant way, but in a good way. That's the closest I can embody God. Because I can say something to encourage you. And you can stick with you. And it can stick with you for the rest of your life, rest of the year, and now your life has changed. The closest thing I can do, godly wise, in my opinion, is about pray, do this and that. The closest thing you can do to God is use your words. Like that is the closest thing. And that's one thing, even though, like I said, I came up antisocial like that. Like I wasn't like, oh, you can only talk like, it's just my vibe. Introvert. But I always was bubbly like an extrovert. I can't explain it. Ambivert, that's what they call it. But at the same time, me throwing parties, like you kicking it. It's not about kicking it. I when I was a kid, like poor as fuck, like we had no furniture, you sit on buckets. I used to make my great uncle and my great auntie. One was like 70-something at the time, the other one she was in her 60s. Y'all about to sit on these buckets and we about to play some blues. I'm gonna perform for y'all. Like I'm having a whole circus act. Like I'm doing shit. I'm flipping out. Y'all got to watch me and I am dancing. So I always knew. I said, okay, that's gonna be interesting. I always knew since I was young, something interesting somehow. I said it's gonna be something in my family. They know it's gonna be something I'm doing. I'm either gonna be an entertainer or I'm so antisocial. I'm gonna be like an assassin. It was like that. It's no in between. I said the median would be. I would be a nurse because I'm very nurturing. So I said, it's going to be somewhere in between that. And I've been saying this since I was a kid. Like, I want to keep wearing diapers. I'm grown. Put me in the panties because I'm grown. I'm gonna be entertained. Like I want my shit together right now because I got stories to tell. So as I got older, and I'm like, oh, I want to be in front of this and that. Their industry kind of corrupt. So I said, you know what? I want to inspire where I need to be inspired. I want to be placed where I need to be placed spiritually. I want to be overheard where I need to be overheard. You walking by, you might hear me say something. I want got to be intentional with where I should be at. Mm-hmm. So, but I'm like, I'm an entertainer. I know it. I know I'm entertaining something. I'm doing something. And what that look like, I will see as I get there. You know, what that looks like, I will see as I get there. But I'm like, I know I have some mass somewhere to inspire. I always say that. I've been saying this since I was a kid, my sister too. So people are like, the parties you be outside. That's mama, that's that structure you shit I tell you about earlier. Mm-hmm. I get to that room full of energy. I get that room full of people. And I get to inspire you. I get to say something. You know what I'm saying? And even with, I'm really not a social media person. Like, I didn't get a social media till after I graduated high school. And I was a video girl. Clock to T. No, geez, no. I was a video girl, so I made a social media. And if you really look at my page, I really don't have that many pictures on there. Like, my pictures are like New Year's, birthday. Like, you really clock by see on that page is flyers. But I'm like,
Speaking of that, I don't interrupt. Mm-hmm. That's also what you create. You create moments of memories that can lead to many movements. And do lead to many movements.
Oh God, that's a full circle moment. Somebody said something about moments of memories the other day. Come on. I like a little spiritual energy. So, you know, things like that's what I say. I'm creating something. So when people, I'm just hosting outside. Like, no, bro, I'm really creating something. And I get to be around people and I'm grateful. Gratitude, straight up gratitude. Like, I'm grateful that it can be different people. It can be different kind of people, different orientations, different colors of people, different backgrounds and shit like that. And little old me can exchange energy with you. Mm-hmm. And even on social media, like I said, I don't know where the followers came from. I don't know why y'all here, but y'all here. I know y'all. But, you know, stuff like that. And for those who need to see what they need to see, they will see what they should see. The obstructive views, I'm probably not for you. You can stay around me, but I'm probably not for you. Mm-hmm. But I need you around. I need you around. I need you around because I know my blessings gonna disrupt your demons every time. That's how I know.
That's one of those.
That's how I know I'm eating. I'm here to make you uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to make you uncomfortable. You should be uncomfortable. Every time you should be uncomfortable. Every time I'm giving somebody a compliment and you mad about it and you don't like it because you're jealous, you're envious, I'm glad I said you. Mm-hmm. Because I'm gonna lift some real shit. And you can be mad. You can be mad. You know, you can be mad. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna be mad every time. You're gonna be mad every time. And it's not because I'm arrogant, not because I'm that bitch. But I leave with some real shit and I leave with some real spiritual shit. Mm-hmm. And you're going to be mad every time. And I need you around. Because I need to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, right? For real. I need to make sure I'm spreading the energy that I need to be spread. And you're going to be mad because we so happy. And you ain't even going to want to be around. Because you don't want to be around joy like that. You don't want to be around joy like that. You don't.
Man, she turned this into a hood gospel. Listen to the word. Yeah.
I'm so serious though. Like people like you always. It's not that I'm always like, oh, I'm always happy to. I know where my mindset is. I know where my spirituality is. Like that's you cannot. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't mess with me on that. Nobody can. I'm not saying like you can. I'm not spiritualize you, but you can't mess with what I got. Period. You can't mess with what I got. They say no weapon, baby, like that ass. So I know you can't mess with what I got. Mm-hmm. So even if I'm like, oh, damn, I'm losing everything. Everything going crazy. I'm not tripping. One thing my sister say all the time, she be like, girl, you could be like in a tornado. You can still sit there like, it's gonna get figured out. I said, girl, that's God. Like, it's not me figuring nothing out. Like, when you let somebody drive right, you let the spirit drive right, and the spirit gonna drive. I don't trip off nothing. Ain't nothing I'm about to trip off on because
I'm just now getting to that space.
Yeah.
So for you saying that, that's so validated.
Yeah, but it's real. It's real. So
well, confirmation. Yes.
It's hard. I know it's harder to do than to say, but I'm there. I'm really like it could be a tornado, like, and I'm just like, okay, well, God's gonna figure it out. But it's hard to kind of unrein sometimes, you know. But like I said, if I don't have the people around me that's not upset, that mean I'm not doing what I said I was gonna do when I was a little girl with them buckets in that house, killing them chickens, trying to make something to eat.
That part. Standing
on the stool trying to wash dishes, me grown, trying to figure out how I'm gonna deep fry the catfish. I'm letting myself down if I don't make you mad and you here to be envious, jealous, hateful, all them 7 deadly sins. Like, if me and mine and the people who fuck with me don't make you mad, we're not doing something. We don't make you uncomfortable. You comfortable being around us? We're not doing something like that.
Yeah, a lot of people get uncomfortable. They won't even say it up front. They'll just say it behind closed doors and they'll tuck their tail or put it on social media. But that transition, man, you are fucking awesome. I'm ready for a part 2 again.
Please.
Yeah, part 2. So you did a great job sharing so much insight within that time transition and lessons and pouring into the viewers. I think you even answered the question I had next, which was goals. Because you mentioned entertainer, what you were doing since 8, what you still aspiring to do, giving people their flowers. So I'm not going to ask you the goal question because you kind of said it. The only goal I can ask you now will lead to the next question, which is money. So before asking the question directly, goal-wise, when it's all said and done, before you pass away, is there a financial number you know that you want to have accumulated before you leave this planet?
No, that question has some tea behind it.
Can we hear that?
You know what? It also depends on what my family like. Am I keeping the kids? Am I going to Kansas? Where am I? Like, what we doing? But I'm gonna call it an angel number. Let's do an angel number. Let's do $777 million.
I like to hear.
Let's do that. And then, like I said, it depends on my family. But my sister, my dad, like, very important. Very important. My niece, very important. Are they good? Even if it's not kids that I might have, because I don't know, to be honest. But are they good? Who's good when I'm not here?
Well, you just picked some numbers, so I think that'll be
so,
good.
Yeah, we're gonna
do that. Now, the last pillar of the night is money. And how you put on the parties, the promotions that you do, how you carry yourself, the fun that you are, not the fun that you have, the fun that you are.
That's right.
What are some money lessons that you've learned as far as losses and gains that you can share with the audience? What are some lessons around money that cause you to start moving different with your money?
I stated one a little bit earlier. And it's more so aimed towards like promotions and hosts and stuff like that, like promoters and hosts. Stop thinking money. Experience is important. When you sell a product, if a store sells a product and it's good, even if it's first time using it, oh, this is good. I'm gonna buy this every time. You got a valid user. We just like, let's rush it. Let's throw something together, get some money. I'm not coming here no more. I'm not spending my money in here no more. Quality is very important. So when it comes to that promotion like that and stuff, in general, put something away, y'all. Like, put something to the side. Please put something to the side. Especially, this is more so people like in their early 20s or younger. Put anything. I don't care if you were putting like $30 a check, if that's how you living, like to the side. Put something to the side. You got kids. Please put something to the side. Because I be side on my parents like, why are you doing that to the side? But, it's important. Like, put some. As soon as you have that baby before, like, put something up for them. Like, have something for your kids. And even if you want to give it to them at 18, 21, like, it doesn't have to be much. Like, you can do $100 a month or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, until they're 18. Like, just put something up for them. And make sure, you'll see on your kids raise at that time. Make sure they have financial literacy, even if you want to give a little piece of it to them. And it's never too late to start putting money to the side, start saving, making proper investments. Sometimes you do gotta be risky. It's sometimes.
Life.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. It's sometimes I'm like, I want to pay this artist this amount of money to come. I know they're gonna put that money. They're like, no, this person's coming on this date, and so I don't give a fuck what the next nigga or the next bitch doing. Remember I told you, I know what's up. I know who's gonna come and come to me and hang with me for the night and be with the guests that I choose. Because I know our rapport. I know this where they feel comfortable. Fuck who's coming rapping, singing, dancing. They gonna feel comfortable over here. This motherfucker, no, this person gonna be out there, this celebrity. I don't give a fuck. We are the celebrities right here.
Hello.
One thing, and people who like know me, they know I say that behind the scenes a lot. Like, I'm not bringing no celebrity that feel like that. We are the celebrities. We celebrity enough. Like, you gotta host with a celebrity every time to get something popping. Like, you gotta stop. We the celebrities. You the celebrity. You this motherfucker. I'm the celebrity. We who you coming to see? What you talking about?
That's what makes the celebration.
Yeah, like, we don't need that. I'm about authenticity, like authentic shit. Like, I like real shit. Like, I like real shit. We can have fun. We can look glamorous, but we gonna be down to earth. We gonna exchange energy. But you gotta take risks, and sometimes I do take risks. I want to invest in this. I want a mechanical bull. I want to bring some horses here. I want to do this, like, yeah, like, I want to, I'm like, I want to do this and that. People like, the fuck, girl? I'm like, it's a vibe. Let's provide a service. Like, let's provide a vibe. So sometimes with money, you just got to take risks with money as well, though. But make sure if a rainy day comes, if that nigga put you out, that bitch put you out, like, that nigga dies. If that bitch died, that bitch locked up. Nigga like that. Like, make sure you can hold some shit down for yourself. If you going out and you with a shady friend and might be on the side of the road, make sure you got some money. Like, make sure you keep something on you. Like, making sure that you are thinking ahead. Everything is about thinking ahead. The best thing you can do is think ahead. People live in the moment. You can live in the moment. I think ahead. If you know you with somebody and they're not adding to you and they're taking away from you financially, mentally, look at their ass. You'll be all right in a few days. For me, a few days. Maybe you a month or two, but think ahead. If I do this now, will I have money for this later? And I want to turn up and look rich in front of these niggas who probably do the same fucking thing, trying to turn up and look rich. And I know I got some shit to pay for, or I know I got some invest to make, or I know I got this money to put.
That put me on so many times.
Yeah, and I remember I didn't read her book, but Amber Rose had said something. And I'm like, it stuck with me. Which I'm not Amber Rose, but she said, she remember telling her friends, I want my dream car. I heard dream car was a Range Rover. She said, I want this Range Rover. So if you invite me out, she's telling her homegirls, if you invite me out, you know my goals, you invite me out, you're going to have to pay. Because I'm focused. And I say, you know what? And other people's like, what do you? I'm like, no, that's transparency. Hey, you want me out? I would love to go out with you. But I have a goal that I want to get. I have something I want to do, something I want to pursue. And I feel like it's okay to have those conversations. Somebody tell me that, that's going to make me be like, bitch, focus. We can go out. And I am going to pay for you. That makes me want to pay for you because you wasn't trying to keep up with the Jones. Hey, girl, I got this to do. I got to go. I want a new house. I want a big ass house. I want this and that. So I'm sorry. I'm not going out. If I do go anywhere with anybody, I'm not paying straight up.
It ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna stick beside you.
Hell yeah.
And I'm gonna pay for you because I respect that. Because that means that you're showing discipline. Discipline is very important. Discipline and money go hand in hand. Like dead ass. Discipline and money
Saying nothing wrong.
goes hand in hand. That's why I like this school season in too, because I'm so disciplined in that. Mine just discipline. But discipline and money go hand in hand. And me seeing that you're disciplined, let's just go. Because now we finna kick it. Because I want you to get that motherfucking Range Rover. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that you was bold enough to be like, I really want to, especially I know you turned up on ahead of time. I got this goal I'm trying to do too. Mm-hmm. I love it. If I see any gigs, bitch, I'm sending them your way. Hey, girl, this and this and that. Like, you get in that Range Rover because you showed me that you were willing to put your vices and guilty pleasures to the side for something you want to do, and that's like
for your desires. Mm-hmm. And that's why I think a lot of men, at least for me, speak for myself, we say respect is love for us. If you can respect what somebody do and not judge them or beat them down about it, but support, uplift them, how much more love can you get?
And that's why I support. I say all the time, I'd rather respect my man than to love him. You hardly spirit. No, I'd rather respect you because respect is such a, having, especially mine, having respect is so important. Mm-hmm. I respect you like I fuck with you. Fuck love. Not like that, but I'm logic over emotions. Fuck love. I'm logic over emotion, so, and I know that's not, a lot of women ain't logic over emotion.
That's fact.
I just have to be wired a little different. I'd rather respect, oh my God, show me a man I can respect. I'm gonna fuck with you. Fuck a nigga I can love. Love. Bitch, love. Like, I can love you because I'm resistant. That's just in general. Mm-hmm. I can love you, but I don't know if I'm fuck with you. Yes. Like, God, 3 niggas, I probably just love, like, I love you. I love you. Never use you. Mm-hmm. Like, when you get no pussy, but later, right. What to do now? What? Now what are they gonna do with love? Because you thought that was gonna be me. And I respect you. You done said some shit, you done moved somebody. I respect you as a man. That's what she said. That's hard. That's hard.
Y'all in the room make it feel it's like energy. It's so seductive.
Yeah. Oh, turn me on a little bit.
I love it. I love it. That's respectful to me. In terms of like, man, girl, you got anything. What the fuck you want?
Yeah, like I can
feet. I pull a bag. I go broke. You know what I'm saying?
That's for respect. Like I respect you.
Respect is something. All right, man. This has been a lovely show. Fortunately, we're running out of time. But the best part is we got a part 2 to come because of how this was spent. So what I like to do with my guests on the show is hit them with 4 rapid questions. Very simple, but rapid questions. Time or money? Rapid. Which one you gotta pick? Time or money?
Time.
Goals or relationships?
So hand in hand. Relationships.
And if you were to say one word that describes who you are, what would that one word be?
Integrity.
I never heard it. Love it. And the last one. We all have a time of our demise that we have to come to. When it's all said and done, what are the words you want written on your tombstone?
Just my name, honestly.
Just my name.
Just my name. Okay. I don't want to live up to one bar. Like,
cool.
Just my name.
So you open it up for this question. Mm-hmm. You're sitting in front of an audience of young folks, 21 and below. Based on what you've reached at this point in your life, what advice would you give to them in 2 minutes?
In 2 minutes, live. Like, really live. Go for it. Self-motivation. Remember, keep yourself motivated. You will lose friends. You will run across fake relationships, personal, business, romantic. Stay focused. You first. Don't just run out and have anybody kids. Just, do shit like that. Try to do shit in order as you can and make a family structure. Break generational curses. Very important for that age group. God first, like for real. God, let God lead. Start that journey now. It might not be overnight, but start that journey now. Go where you find peace and not always pleasure. Yes, thrills in that age group especially. It's thrills in certain toxic shit, but the peace will be your backbone when you get to where you need to be. And 30 is not old. 30 is not old. Late 20s is not old either. Don't ever think you're too old to do something, especially in this climate. Like, y'all age group is, y'all make the future. What you learn now, what you're going to learn will be, y'all be making y'all be the next doctors, the next presidents, the next artists. What you learn, and what you convert and regurgitate is very important because it really lies on y'all. So that is definitely what I was. I might say some shit, but that's the gist of what I was saying.
I think you hit that on 2 minutes on the dot.
Oh,
I like it. I love it. So there you have it. We have Miss Dutchess, y'all. And before we leave, let the people know any events that you got coming up, or any projects you're working on, and where they can find you. Social media.
Everything is Dutchess Cavalli. So my Facebook, Dutchess Cavalli. My Instagram is Dutchess Cavalli. My Snapchat is D Cavalli. What else did we have?
TikTok.
Y'all, I just made a TikTok not too long ago. Like Miss Cavalli on there.
With an S or a Z?
With an S. Keep it classy. I do have a few events coming up. Of course, my birthday is coming up. You know, I do a big bash every birthday. Oh my God, it was -7 degrees last year, and y'all really packed the house out. I appreciate that so much. My birthday is always a special celebration for me because it's my birthday. It's a day that's custom to me, like, and it's a day that can be custom to you. So it's very important how I spend that birthday. So we definitely gonna have a big birthday bash, and I'm gonna keep a little close look about it. But I have some good talent in here for sure. I'm definitely looking at some good talent. I'm really kind of focusing right now on the other side of things, doing things like podcasts, interviews, and letting y'all see my personality a little bit more because I feel like we kind of get in the clouds. Yeah, well, y'all kind of get in the clouds sometimes with the social media thing. So right now, I do want to touch on podcasts more and touch on these real conversations and stuff like that because that's another way that sometimes I feel like I was slightly kind of neglecting having certain conversations or not even thinking about it, just throwing parties, events. Like, it's time for me to sit down and we have some real conversations as well, because I want to talk.
They need to hear you.
Yeah, so that's some.
No, my bad. Y'all need to experience.
Yeah, the experience. That's my little side name. But yeah, that's where I'm kind of at with it. So you might see more, like we said, a part 2. I want a part 2. I like being here. I love it.
Love you.
Stuff like that. So just kind of getting more in tune and in touch with y'all and stuff like that. Just kind of building that rapport a little bit more. And that's just kind of where I'm at with it right now. Now everything is about events. Like, y'all know something. Well, I want y'all to see what's up with me as well. So
that part. You know what's up with me, but see what's up with me. And there you have it, y'all. Miss Dutchess, serial entrepreneur, host, party promoter, and overall an experience you cannot afford to miss. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a lovely night on the Move Different Podcast of King Enlighten. You can find me at King Enlighten with an E on all social media platforms. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, share this channel with your friends and family. And until next time, always remember, sharpen your awareness, Katie Intelligence.